See here, this Chargaff's rule. If all three criteria, what is that three criteria? Purine pyrimidine ratio should be 1:1, and guanine should be equal to cytosine, and adenine should be equal to thymine or uracil. Then only it should be a double stranded molecule. But here, A is not equal to uracil, and guanine is not equal to cytosine. So it is single stranded. So it is totally a single stranded RNA molecule. So this molecule is usually a single, it may be single stranded RNA molecule. Most probably it should be single stranded, or no, not most probably. If these three does not compensate, means it is considered as single stranded. Yes. Even A plus G by C plus C is 1. Purine pyrimidine ratio is 1 here. Okay. But adenines are not equal to uracil, guanines are not equal to cytosine. If all three are fulfilling, if a double stranded, if a nucleic acid molecule is fulfilling all these three conditions, then only it should be a double stranded molecule. Otherwise, it is a single stranded molecule. For this, normally, if you take a nucleic acid, adenine is 25%, guanine is 25%, cytosine is 25%, and thymine is 25%. Another nucleic acid molecule. Another nucleic acid molecule in which adenine is 25%, guanine is 25%, and cytosine is 25%, and thymine is also 25%. Then it should be most probably double stranded DNA. Most probably it should be double stranded. It is following all. A plus G is equal to 50, C plus C is equal to 50. And A is equal to T, G is equal to C. And one more. This adenine is 25%, guanine is 25%, cytosine is 25%, uracil is 25%. Uracil is 25%. Then it should be most probable double stranded RNA. Most probably it should be double stranded RNA molecule. Yes, yes. It should be double stranded RNA molecule because it is fulfilling all the three criteria. Okay. And for single stranded molecule also there may be equal proportions of adenine, cytosine, guanine, thymine. I told you, suppose adenine is equal to uracil, guanine is equal to cytosine means, then see, adenine is equal to thymine, guanine is equal to cytosine means definitely it should be double stranded DNA molecule. If purine pyrimidine ratio is 1:1, guanine, cytosine, adenine thymine ratio are not equal to 1:1 means, then it should be single stranded. Like that we can consider. Okay. So by the data of percentage of nucleotides, we can find the type of nucleic acid molecule, whether it is single stranded or double stranded, whether it is DNA or RNA. Okay. Copied? Can I erase? Yes. Okay, right. Then another type of question. 3 models complete, 4th model. There was a double stranded DNA. Double stranded DNA was found. A double stranded DNA with number of nucleotides is suppose 3400 nucleotides. Number of nucleotides in a double stranded DNA is 3400 nucleotides. Then what is the length of DNA? What is the length of DNA? How can we find the length of DNA? We know the distance between two nucleotides. How can we find the length of DNA means, see here, number of nucleotides is how much? 3400. And distance between two base pairs. What is the distance between two base pairs? Two base pairs have a distance 0.34 nanometer or 3.4 Armstrong. That is the distance between two base pairs. See here, how many nucleotides are there? How many nucleotides are there? 3400. So, number of base pairs is equal to how many? 1700. Nucleotides is equal to 3400. That means nucleotides on this strand, this strand. Two strands of DNA are there. On both strands, number of nucleotides means 3400 nucleotides. What is number of base pairs? Number of base pairs is equal to 1700. 1700 base pairs are there. Okay. 1700 base pairs and distance between each base pair means 3.4 Armstrongs or 0.34 nanometer. So 1700 into 3.4 Armstrongs. How much will come? Anyone calculate? 1700 into 3.4 Armstrongs. How much? 1700 into 3.4 Armstrong. 5780 Armstrongs will come. Yes, 5780 Armstrongs will come. So length of DNA is 5780 Armstrongs or 578 nanometers. 578 nanometers or 5780 Armstrongs is the length of DNA. Is it possible to find the length of DNA if you know number of base pairs or number of nucleotides? Yes. Like that we can calculate. So you found how number of base pairs. Pair means, what is a pair? Pair means 2 na. So total is 3700, 3400. If we convert them into pairs, 3400 by 2. 1700 will come. Okay? I told you, number of nucleotides means 2 strands are there. Number of nucleotides on one strand and number of nucleotides on another strand. Like that. But pair means 2 nucleotides will be organizing as a pair. What is that? Adenine thymine pair, guanine cytosine pair. Individually, adenine is 1 nucleotide, thymine is 1 nucleotide, guanine is 1 nucleotide, cytosine is 1 nucleotide. But if you take pairs, adenine thymine is 1 pair, guanine cytosine is another pair. Okay, another question. Suppose there is a length of DNA length of DNA is equal to 170 Armstrong. 170 Armstrong. Then number of base pairs is equal to how many? And number of nucleotides is equal to what? What is the number of base pairs and what is the number of nucleotides? Calculate. Answer. 50 base pairs and 100 nucleotides. Yes. How? Two methods we can follow. So length is equal to what? 170 Armstrong. Okay. If we calculate repeat has 34 Armstrong. So number of repeats is equal to 170 by 34 Armstrong. So 5 repeats will come. 5 repeats or 5 turns. Each turn has a 10 base pairs. So that is equal to 10 base pairs. Sorry, 50 base pairs. Each repeat has a 10 base pairs. 5 repeats are there means 50 base pairs. That is equal to 100 nucleotides. Or another method. So length is equal to what? 170 Armstrong. What is the distance between two nucleotides? Two nucleotides have 0.34 nanometers or 3.4 Armstrong. 3.4 Armstrong means 170 Armstrong divided by 3.4 Armstrong. Total length is 170 and distance between each base pair is 3.4. So 50 base pairs will come. 50 base pairs is equal to 100 nucleotides. 100 nucleotides will come. Like that we can calculate. If we know the number of nucleotides, we can calculate the length of DNA. If we know the length of DNA, we can calculate number of nucleotides. This is one method, this is another method. Okay, complete. Yeah. Thank you. Next, another model question. Sixth model. The length of DNA is found to be 340 Armstrongs. 340 Armstrongs, and there is around 20% adenines in that. Length of DNA is 340 Armstrongs. In that DNA there is around 20% adenines. Then what is the number of hydrogen bonds? What is the number of hydrogen bonds in that DNA? How many hydrogen bonds are found? This is somewhat a critical question. First of all, we need to calculate that. See, I will give you solution. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. So what is the length of DNA? Length of DNA is equal to 340 Armstrong. So yes, number of base pairs is equal to 100 base pairs, because how can we calculate? Total length is 340, distance between each base pair is 3.4, so 100 base pairs. 100 base pairs is equal to 200 nucleotides. 200 nucleotides. What is the percentage of adenine? Adenine is equal to 20%. Okay. So 20% of 200 is equal to what? 40. Adenine is equal to 20% means, then thymine will also be 20%. Thymine will also be 20%. Okay. Then guanine will be 30%. Cytosine will be 30%. Right? So adenine is 20%. 20% means for 100 it is 20. But here total 200 is there. 20% of 200 is equal to 40. So adenine is equal to 40. Thymine is equal to 20%. Same 40. And guanine is how much? 30% will be there. So 30% of 200 will be 60. And cytosine is also 30%. So 30% of 200 is equal to 60. So how many adenines are there? 40 adenines are there, 40 thymines are there. So AT pairs will be 40, because 40 adenines are there, 40 thymines are there. They will combine each other and they will form 40 adenine thymine pairs. How many hydrogen bonds are present between adenine thymine? 2 hydrogen bonds. So 40 pairs into 2 hydrogen bonds. So that is equal to 80 hydrogen bonds in 80 pairs. Okay. How many GC pairs are there? G triple bond C. How many guanine cytosine? 60 means 60 GC pairs will be there. So hydrogen bonds is equal to 60 into 3 hydrogen bonds, because guanine cytosine bound with 3. 60 into 3 is 180 hydrogen bonds. So total 180 which are present in GC pairs plus 80 which are present in hydrogen 80 pairs. Totally 260 hydrogen bonds are present. Clear? Did you understand? Yes, 260 hydrogen bonds. Did you understand? Yes. Done. Vimal Rati, what is that expression, man? How can I take that expression? Yeah, okay, clear. Okay, like that we can calculate number of hydrogen bonds. Okay, copy this. Then this week WPT, nucleic acids. I will announce the portion after today's class once again. Copied? Yeah, right. Nova, copy none. Copy that fastly. Done? Okay, then I will give a practice problem for you. You solve it now. I will give 5 minutes to solve that. Not 5 minutes. The same problem based on this. The length of DNA was found to be 3,400 Armstrong. 3,400 Armstrong. And there is guanine which is 15%. Length of DNA is 3,400 Armstrongs. Guanine is 15%. Then what is the number of hydrogen bonds present in the DNA molecule? Okay, try answering. You can take it 3 minutes. This is a practice problem. Try to answer that. What is the answer? Tell me now. Length of DNA is 3,400 Armstrongs and guanine percentage in that is 15. Then how many hydrogen bonds are present? Answer is hydrogen bonds. Calculate the hydrogen bonds present in the DNA. One minute more. $14,900. $2,300, 2,000. I am asking why, sir, you multiply 40 with 2 and 60 with 3? Because the 40 pairs are there, 80 pair has a double bond. So multiply with 2 hydrogen bonds. 60 with 3 means GC pair has a triple bond, no? So we need to multiply with that. 2000 nucleotides, 2300 hydrogen bonds, 14,900 hydrogen bonds. Really? How? $2,300, sir. Priyadarshini. Lohitni, 2000 nucleotides, 2300 hydrogen bond. Vimal, 2300. Vimal from Rossi. Sumedha also same came. Sri Ramanan 200. Really? Vimal 2300. Okay. Shall we try now? Yes. See now, what is the length of DNA? 3,400 Armstrong. Length of 275. Let us see. 3,400 Armstrongs is the length of DNA. So, number of base pairs is equal to 3,400 divided by 3.4. How much will come? 1,000 base pairs. 3,400 divided by 3,000. That means 1,000 base pairs. 1,000 base pairs is equal to 2,000 nucleotides. 2,000 nucleotides will be there. What is guanine percent? Guanine is 15%. Okay. Here guanine is 15 means cytosine also 15%. Adenine will be 35%. Thymine will be 35%. Okay. Guanine is 15%. Then what is 15% of 2,000? 15% of 2,000 means 15 by 100 into 2,000. So 15 into 20, 300 guanine. So cytosine will be 300 guanine. Adenine is equal to 35%. So what is 35% of 2,000? 35 by 100 into 2,000. So 700 will there. 700 adenine. That is equal to 700 thymine. How many adenine thymine pairs are there? 700 into 2 hydrogen bonds. That will be how much? 1,400 hydrogen bonds. Yes, Sumedha, Janani Sri. Yes. Then how many GC pairs are there? GC pairs are 300. 300 GC pairs. How many hydrogen bonds? Each GC pair has 3 hydrogen bonds. So 300 into 3, 900 hydrogen bonds. So 900 plus 1,400, 2,300 hydrogen bonds. This is answer. Okay, someone 14,900 came. They thought 1,400 plus 900 means they added 14,900. So 14,900. Someone told me answer. So 2,300 hydrogen bonds will be there in this DNA. Okay? Yes. All said correct answers, but very few people got 175, 275 and 14,900 like that they told. But correct answer is 2,300 hydrogen bonds. Many students told this as a correct answer. Okay? Understand? Yes. Yeah, can sir please explain again? Yeah, listen ma'am. Listen. Length of DNA is 3,400 Armstrong. Okay? 3,400 Armstrong. So how to find base pairs? Distance between each base pair is 3.4 Armstrong. Total length is 3,400. 3,400 divided by 1 base pair distance means number of base pairs will come. So one distance between 1 base pair is 3.4 Armstrong. So total length is 3,400. 3,400 divided by 3.4 means 1,000 base pairs will come. One pair is equal to 2 nucleotides. So 2000 nucleotides will be there. So in 100, G is 15. In 100 nucleotides, G is 15. 15 for 100 means for 2000, it should be 300. So G is equal to C, no? So C is also be 300. What? 300G and 300C. Both are equal. Then adenine is 35. Adenine is 35 means, so for 100 it is 35, for 2000 it is 700. 700 adenines means 700 thymines, because A is equal to T. Now A is equal to T. 700 adenines are there, 700 thymines are there means 80 pairs will be 700. 80 pairs will be 700. So one pair has 2 hydrogen bonds. 700 pairs into 2 hydrogen bonds means 1400 hydrogen bonds in 80 pairs, and GC pairs will be 300. 300 GC pairs are there, each GC pair with 3 hydrogen bonds. So 900 hydrogen bonds, so totally 2300 hydrogen bonds will be there. Okay, distance is 3.4 angstrom. Yes, yes. That is, I told you. Distance between two base pairs is always 3.4 according to Watson-Crick double helical structure of DNA. Watson-Crick double helical structure of DNA gives us the distance between two base pairs. That is 3.4 angstrom. That is constant. For every DNA molecule, it is constant. Okay? Right. And last one. Seventh model. Number of phosphodiester bonds. Phosphodiester bonds in one turn is equal to how many? How many phosphodiester bonds are present in one turn? One turn means this is one turn. This is one turn. One turn means 10 base pairs will be there. 10 base pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. 10 base pairs will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 base pairs. In one turn, how many phosphodiester bonds are present means, here 5' phosphate is there, here 5' phosphate is there, this is 3' OH group, this is 3' OH group. If you see the backbone structure, one sugar is there, phosphate bond, sugar, and this is what? Nitrogen base. This combines with another nitrogen base, phosphate, sugar, like this. If you take one turn of this one turn length of DNA means 10 base pairs are there. 10 base pairs means 20 nucleotides. 20 nucleotides. In that 20 nucleotides, this 5' phosphate is one free. This 5' phosphate is free. Two phosphate groups are free among 20. So 18 phosphodiester bonds will be there. Understand? 20 nucleotides are there. Each and every nucleotide has one phosphate group. Every nucleotide has one phosphate group. That means all phosphates are involving in phosphodiester bonds. But these two phosphates are free. Remaining all phosphates are forming phosphodiester bonds means 18 phosphate bonds are there. 18 phosphodiester bonds are there. Okay. Sumedha, how much time left? Yeah, 3 minutes. Yeah. Suppose if you take 10 turns, 10 turns means 10 turns length of DNA means 100 base pairs will be there. 100 base pairs means 10 turns means 100 base pairs. 100 base pairs means 100 into 2. 200 nucleotides will be there. In the 200 nucleotides, what is the number of phosphodiester bonds means? 198, because the two phosphates are free. You can take whatever the length of DNA, two 5' phosphates will be free. If we remove that this phosphate and this phosphate, then we can get the total number of phosphodiester bonds. Like that we can calculate number of hydrogen bonds, percentage of nitrogen bases, number of phosphodiester bonds, and length of the DNA molecule. Okay, this is how to solve the problems related to DNA molecule, double stranded DNA molecule. Okay, and this is the WPT portion from the beginning of nucleic acid, from the beginning of the nucleic acids up to this. Okay, that is the WPT portion. Read well for WPT. Sumera, you can stop recording.